before my grandmother passed away, and I think that was one of the catalysts that brought my mom back to the church, was after my grandmother passed away. And so because I have so many memories from here, from early childhood, when I was in Mrs. Hobby's class, you know, Sunday school class, which I'm sure everybody talks about because it was so memorable. But yeah, that's what I remember.
So how did you decide to, you know, when you got old enough to make a decision, what was it about the church that you came or stayed here?
I think the thing that kept me here was the relationships that I'd built over the years. And I mean, I spent so much time here in elementary school and junior high. Like, we used to come here, I know the kids who were still here when I was in junior high, on Wednesdays after school, we used to come here after school and sit. There used to be a little room now where the stock room is for the daycare and stuff. We used to sit back there and do our homework and hang out and eat cookies and before WOW. And so it's interesting that sort of thing kept me here, because, and then I had my Girl Scout troop met here. Paula Legg led it. And so I just spent so much time here in my youth that it just always felt like home. And so I never felt like, I never felt like I wanted to go to another church. And I did take, you know, I didn't come while I was in college and a little time after, but then I came back. And I think what brought me back was probably, again, relationships and my mom giving me a guilt trip.
Yay, Mom.
Which is okay. And now I give her guilt trips because she doesn't always make it.
Oh, good for you. Okay. Did you pick up certain questions you wanted to answer?
I didn't. You can just ask me them all, and if I don't have an answer, I'll just not answer.
Okay. Do you have a favorite memory of the church or a memory of one of your favorite events?
Actually, I was thinking about that, and some of my favorite memories of the church didn't take place in the church. Some of my favorite memories of the church are spending time with the members of the church outside of church, like at Bluestone, at work camp, in Haiti, and, you know, delivering Christmas baskets, things that we've done in the community or mission projects. Those are the things I remember the most, that probably had the most impact on me faith-wise. So I'd say the heart of the church is the people and the relationships that are made here.
Well, how do you think God has improved the world through this church?
Oh my, that's a deep one. I didn't read them all in.
Well, you just talked about.
Yeah, I would say, again, I think it is the people working in the community and bringing God's love through mission, and like the furniture mission, the Haiti mission. I mean, there are so many more I'm not thinking of right now. Even just care and concern with cards. There are so many things that our church does that seem so small but make a huge difference in people's lives, and, you know, bring people up when they're feeling down and really show God's love without even mentioning it. Like mentioning the Bible or mentioning Jesus, but showing through their lives. Did I say that? What do you want me to say?
I like that.
I was trying to figure out what her sign language was.
Like.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying loser.
Oh, that's up here.
Right, okay, so love's down here.
Yeah, love.
Oh, on the heart.
Right here.
Tell me a funny story about something that happened at the church or with church people.
You're not going to want to put this in the video. My mom likes to tell this story from when I was very little, probably like, so maybe I was here. I don't remember when. My mom said we stopped coming and then came back, and I can't remember when that was, but I think I was like 3. Maybe I was older. I was between the ages of like 2 and 5 when this happened. I guess I was in children's church, or, you know, was out of church with the other kids, and my mom came to pick me. Well, okay, I gotta start at the beginning. We had gone to the beach the week before, and my family is lot of women, like my mom and her sisters, and they would spend time on the beach, and they would bring out a pitcher of fuzzy navels, you know what I'm talking about, like the alcoholic drink. And I guess it was like an old little Tupperware pitcher. It wasn't a big thing. But they left it on the beach, and I was building sandcastles with my Uncle Jim, and I guess he was not paying attention. I said, I'm so thirsty. And I went and drank a bunch of that fuzzy navel stuff. Nothing happened, but I loved it because it tasted like orange soda. And so that following Sunday when we returned from the beach, my mom came to pick me up from, the child care. And I said very loudly around a lot of other people, Mom, when we get home, will you make me a fuzzy navel? And it was the 80s, so I'm sure it was pretty popular back then. So everybody knew what it was. So that's when she always used to get on me too for chewing gum when I went up to sing in the choir. So that's when she likes to give me some heck about.
Describe an event or a time when you felt moved by God at an event related to the church.
I know, again, this is outside of the church, but one of the times that I remember distinctly was working on a site at work camp for a shut-in who needed a wheelchair ramp. And our group, we actually were a double group of kids, adults, working, building this wheelchair ramp and deck for this woman. And she came out and she cried. And she actually, that week, she had actually worshiped with us. And it just felt like, again, it's a mission thing, feeling like you've shown someone God's love rather than just telling them about it. And it was really touching to see her reaction and to know that we'd made that difference. I went to work camp probably, 10 times. So that's probably why that was always a meaningful trip for me in the summers. I'm sad that we don't have the right age group right now to really go, because it does need to be middle school and older, so it's tough. And even then, when they're young, it's hard to, swing a hammer and stuff. You probably need to, at least still a little too too young.
My oldest boy, who really doesn't have anything to do with church now, but probably the only thing that really meant a lot to him when he was when he went on a work mission trip, and they were building for some people, and
yeah, it's really
it
gets you in the feels. And then it was always great because and we were worshiping with, like, on Wednesday nights they would have worship, and it seemed like we were always with our church family, youth and adults, but we were also in community with all these people, all these strangers, these people we just met. And that was really special too, was worshiping with strangers. That was always really cool.
I like that.
And feeling like you're all in it together and have the same passions.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
Gosh, I also remember I really loved singing in the choir when Chris Mills was here. I'll always remember she was really tough on us. Maybe not that tough, but I always remember that. That was one of my favorite times, was singing in God's group. That was the name of our group. And there's still a shirt in the choir room with that on it. And I see it and it always makes me laugh. It makes me smile.
You should take that home.
It's too small.
Maybe someday. You could frame it. I could do it. No, somebody's going to clean it out and throw it away. And
there
then
might
you're
be
two.
I've thought about it, but I'm not going to steal it. I think we should just keep it there, like frame it and put it up here.
You know what? If you don't
might be a good idea.
Take it, it might get cleaned out and thrown away.
We should frame it and put it up here.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.